Hi everybody and welcome to my Unruly Housewife channel. Now, one of the questions I get asked quite a lot online is which pens can we use to bake polymer clay on, and so I'm going to show you the pens today, but I'm also going to show you how to prepare them. I'm not doing a whole tutorial on covering the pen, but I'm just giving you some of the hints that I've got from covering pens myself. So here is the pen that I like to use, a big round stick pen. It's one of the ones that's kind of smoky looking, and it feels kind of soft under your thumb, a little bit soft. It's not the very brittle clear ones, and I find those ideal for baking my polymer clay on. I've never had one melt. Here is one of the pens that I've made. Most of them I've sold really quickly or given away as presents, but this one stayed with me because I don't know if you can see that very depressed looking cat cane. It's kind of put people off it, I think. So this one I've kept. But it's a little bit hard to prepare, so I'm just going to give you the details. Let me put this out of the way. Here's the pen that I said to you is good to use. I don't make a lid for mine. You might want to experiment with that, or make one of those little desk things that you sort of stick the pen in. But for now I'm chucking away the lid. And here we have to prepare this bit, which means taking out the black and the gold bit from the end, because that's where your ink is, and we don't want to boil the ink. If you look here, trying to take out that black bit is quite hard because it's soft plastic and it tends to get all gnarled up. Now I don't know if you can really appreciate how gnarly that looks, but it's not very good. You do have Bic written around there at the edge, but you don't want this chewed up look. Not when you're putting a lot of work into designing your pen. And that's where my solution comes in. Now here are some pliers. Now you can get rubber ended pliers, but I decided not to go to that expense. I'm just experimenting with some cheap little pens and polymer clay after all. So I got these pens and these pliers, and I just wound some rubber bands around the end to make them a bit softer. But that won't be enough on its own, so I have also cut out some of these, that was a bit messy, cut out a postage label. Now you can use some masking tape for this, some masking tape it works with. Don't use washi tape, it's not strong enough. So here's my pen, get that gnarly one out of the way. What I need to do now is just put this around the end and pinch it on as an extra layer of protection. You might even want to do 2 layers of that if you're feeling enthusiastic. Then I grab on with my pliers, nice and tight, and I turn the barrel of the pen. And as you can see, I'll take this off pretty quickly. Oops. Oh, good grief. Did I say quickly? No. I take this off. It's out of there now. And it hasn't got that horrible gnarly look to it. It's nice and smooth, apart from the word Bic, which is still there. So this piece now can wait until your pen comes out of the oven, and then when you put it back in, you just push it in. If it won't go, or it's a little bit stiff, that one did go, but if it won't go, you can use these to push it back in, and I would advise you to protect it with some sticky label again, because, you know, like I said, we want this piece to look nice. Now, the other thing I'd say to you that I do when I'm going to use one of these pens is I do rub them down a bit with some sandpaper. This is like 180 or something, I think. This is just household 80, there you go. So just rub it down to give it a little bit of tooth, so that if you're doing it like I was there with cane slices, it'll help them to grab on. I don't know how necessary that is, but I find it gives me confidence, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So I would do that. When you bake your pen in the oven, and these aren't going to melt, these Bic ones, use a zigzag of cardboard, put it in, maybe put it on a tile or in a baking tray, and I tempt mine with foil, and I just cook it normally like I would normally bake my clay. So there's a nice cheap pen for you to use. Here's a nice technique for getting that black end out and putting it back so that you'd get a really nice, unspoiled, neat looking pen. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helped you. One day I'll do a pen tutorial, but at the minute I've got to go away on some family business, so that won't be this week. Thank you for watching. I'm very, very grateful to you. And I just want to say congratulations to my son Brandon. You'll see Brandon in some of my videos if you look around. He has received information today that he has passed his Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Games Design with a 2-1. So well done, Brandon. Congratulations. Your mummy's little genius. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Leave your comments and questions down below. And yeah, I love you all. Bye bye.